I'm Martin Dunn, Managing Director of Mtech Communications. When I first met Pragma, I liked the support element that they were showing. Obviously we were a young company, so we were only just about a year old, maybe not even that. So actually finding a partner to work with was quite challenging because we were so new, trying to get a credit facility, all of those things that start out really challenging. Pragma seemed to kind of not only welcome us in, they understood that we were going to be growing, they understood we were going to be growing fast, and they understood that they would have to take an element of risk as well. So I think, working with a company that can see what the potential of what we were going to do, thankfully it's kind of playing out, otherwise we'd look a bit silly now, but because they could see that, I thought they bought into that, and I could see they were going to really not just give us those facilities, but were going to support us on that journey. So kind of fell like that, and it's like anything in sales, you meet people and you think, do I want to work with these people for a long period of time? Can I imagine working with them for a long period of time? And 100% that's what I felt, comfortable. So I think you guys showed your worth. So originally you showed your worth with wanting to work with us, understanding we were doing big numbers at a young age, required an element of a gamble. So you showed your worth massively then. You secondly measured up even better, which was obviously through COVID, because we didn't have any revenues, we were sat on nothing, we were hand to mouth. So to put that into context, we went from installing £350,000 a month to 16 grand. So that had a massive impact on us, and again you guys really showed a support level which was amazing and helped us kind of get through that period of time. And then of late, the support elements come in again. Obviously I'll give you a little plug as well. So obviously Matt, you've been involved massively with the team, you almost become a part of Mtech now. We rely on and look forward to, that's not just me, it's the team as well. But we've just seen continually striving to try and add more to us, because obviously if we grow, you guys grow, so it all goes hand in hand. But not all suppliers, well, I say not many at all, have taken that approach of, hang on a minute, if we work with us, us guys out on the front line of it, you're going to gain off the back of it anyway, and that seems to be playing out perfectly at the moment. So from my perspective, we've got partners that we have little engagement with. It's just a transactional partnership, and I'm cool with that. I'm easygoing with everything, and if that's how some partners want to work like that, that's cool with me. Then we have, you're probably we've got 2 or 3 that we work closely with, not just telecoms elements, but vehicles, for example, that again kind of go above and beyond. And I would say you fare, and that's not just because you sat here, it's just because the history of what we've gone through together definitely puts you as probably our number 1 preferred supplier, because you're looking at things all the time to help us, which helps you, which is fine. That's how these things all work. So I would definitely say that 100%. So the difference that we've noticed was not even a year ago, when we started to embroil on a training journey. So I think quite happily put my hands up and say their technical knowledge was not as good, their product knowledge was not as good as it should have been. Incentive wise, there wasn't much we were doing. We pay really well, so we pay really well, we have really good commission structures, we do have those elements. But I think what we were doing is spending a lot of time focusing on, you can earn this, you can do this. It's so much more about the winning of money and commissions as a success, and probably spent less time on how do we get you there. So, and actually when you're selling a product, and people are becoming more product centric because we're in a technology world and people are interested in product. My sort of 70-year-old well, he's not quite 70, he'll kill me for that, but father-in-law is he's always talking to me about the latest gadgets and gizmos, and it does this, and I think we're naturally doing that. What you guys have done is bring in that passion for information, the passion for the technology, the product we're selling, and not just in the sales element, in the telemarketing team, which ultimately is the most important team in the whole business, because it's what starts the ball rolling. So their knowledge and conversation now is much better, so you can have those really key conversations about products, not just, if I follow this plan I'll get an appointment at the end of it, I hope. So you've plugged that gap massively. So we started out selling Samsung telephone systems, because that's what I'd known, so it was a natural thing to immediately go to that. But obviously Samsung was starting to really, you could see they were going to be kind of pulling out of the market. So we looked at Panasonic, we looked at Toshiba, we looked at Mtech, we looked at other brands. Ericsson LG, for me, just felt it was a good solid brand, something that I was happy to align ourselves with. And obviously I knew other partners within Pragma that had succeeded. So I kind of thought, well, actually, I'll tag along then, shall I? So, percentage terms, we've always managed double-digit growth, but the last 2 years we've seen growth of we were 28% last year, and I think we're about 32% this year. So the last 2 years have been incredible. If we hadn't have had that whole weird situation in 2020, we would have been even better along. But I think, considering we rode through that, and I didn't know we were going to, the growth has been amazing. And this year, over 30% growth, which is it is phenomenal. It's madness. So my favourite handset is the 1080, because I like the look of it. I like the fact it just looks cool with the bigger screen, but I like the fact it's still got the buttons on it. I love that customers still obsess over buttons. I don't take away my buttons, so definitely I say the 1080, I just don't like the price of it. 100% iPECS one, because people get it, understand it immediately, so it's the easiest one to sell. It's the easiest one for people from any kind of walk of life or any business to go, I get that. They use iPECS 1, so they don't have anything on their desks, which is great. Like the minimalistic look, they literally have their PC screens and headset, and I like that. I think for the iPECS Anywhere, for me it's plugged in that little missing link into the reporting. We're heavily on reporting, so I get reports on a daily basis, I get reports on a weekly basis of what's going on across the physical phones, which are great. I don't look at those reports every day, nobody does, but when if you have a bad day on the phones, or you have a bad day with something, or your customer might complain about something, being able to go straight to that report is amazing, because you can look at it with your own eyes, digest that information. So the issue being is when you've got a field-based team, that missing link is gone. You can't see or plug that, because you can't see it. You've got no information. Telephone bill doesn't really give you much, so it filled that gap between that crossover, so we now can see full visibility across the users regardless of where they are.